Well, tonight I want to give a shout out to everybody. Of course, the big hitters out there: Solitary Fraction, Unsecure Funds, TRK 387, Cause for Concern, TJ Z 1776, and all the ones that are scrolling across the screens. It's been a long fight, and we're down to 4 days for election, and I've been called to duty. We have some committees here that are working really hard and going to be working through the weekend here and the next couple of days before the election. And so this is probably my last video I'm going to be putting up until after the election, and we don't know, or I don't know, what course of action we'll take. It all depends on the election, so what will be an important topic or not. I have been told that the late voters that make their mind at the last minute typically are Democrats. So that's what a lot of people, including myself, are hoping for, that the Democrats will be the last vote that will help us secure the House and the Senate. And if I may have a few minutes of your time to take you back to what we've been through over the last 4 or 5 months, I have some clips I like to show. And if there's anybody out there who has not made a decision, maybe this might help you make a decision whether you want to vote Democrat or Republican. But like I say, this is probably my last video until after the elections. I wish everyone Godspeed.
Eles não ligam pra gente.
And breaking news. Just moments ago, the Senate Republicans just blocked the unemployment benefits extension bill again. My fight for the middle class heads straight to the White House tonight. And understand what's happening here. Here you have, well, I was fired up about another story, but now I'm fired up about this story because this just broke. There's so much to get fired up about. Here you have the Republicans doing anything they can to protect big oil, but when it comes to the unemployment benefits, can't do it, boys. Can't do it. I just think that this is such to the core value of the Republican Party about who they are. It's all about the money. It's all about their job security in Washington and who lines their pockets.
An extension of unemployment benefits for workers who lost their jobs through no fault of their own. Now, you'd think this would be pretty straightforward stuff, but I've got to say that lately we've been having a wrangle around what used to be pretty non-controversial things. Yeah, providing loans for small businesses, extending unemployment insurance when 8 million people lost their jobs during the recession. But lately, there's a minority of senators from the other party who've had a different idea. As we speak, they are using their power to stop this relief from going to the American people. And they won't even let these measures come up for a vote. They block it through all kinds of procedural maneuvering in the Senate. Now, some of this is just politics. You know, that's the nature of Washington. Before I was even inaugurated, there were leaders on the other side of the aisle who got together, and they made the calculation that if Obama fails, then we win. Right? That was the basic theory. They figured if we just keep on saying no to everything and nothing gets done, then somehow people forget who got us into this mess in the first place, and we'll get more votes in November.
You can lay this right at the feet, right at the altar. Let's genuflect now. Right at the altar of the Republican Party, who blocked a $30 billion small business bill not long ago. Republican obstructionism is absolutely tearing this country apart at the seams. It's dividing America. The people you see flooding the streets, begging for help, begging for an opportunity, are victims of the Republican agenda just to make sure that President Obama fails and doesn't have any success. I do believe that when the Republicans not long ago blocked money to community banks for small businesses to be able to get credit and get access to capital to go out and do business in this country, I think that set the tone to strangle this economic recovery for months to come. It was the most un-American thing the Republican Party has ever done. What do you have against small business? What do you have against giving someone an opportunity? Now, on one hand, the Republicans, they say no to the 99ers. They say no to more unemployment benefits. And then on the other hand, they say, well, no, we can't help out small business either. I'd like the Republican Party to stand up and say, whose side are you on? They're not on anybody's side, folks. All they want to do is see President Obama fail. They don't like the fact that someone who cares about people is in the White House. And someone who actually did something about health care in this country that's going to save lives, that party's going to get the credit for it. So there's going to be more lies spewed about our economy between now and November, more obstruction than you've ever seen before. And this is going to be gut check time for the Democrats and for the progressives who have been squabbling for the last few days. How much do we really care about one another? Can we come together as a people and pull this country out of the hole? It's going to take a hell of a lot of leadership, and it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate.
Minority Leader Mitch McConnell met with top hedge fund executives last week before coming out against Wall Street reform.
We must not pass the financial reform bill that's about to hit the floor. We must not pass the financial reform bill that's about to hit the floor. We must not pass the financial reform bill that's about to hit the floor. We must not pass the financial reform bill that's about to hit the floor. This is a bill which at its core initially had pretty broad bipartisan support, but as sometimes happened in the Senate, got all snarled up with a variety of other matters.
No, because if that's a definition of snarled, we have a real problem. But go ahead. Yes, I'll
Republican leader.
The ranking member has made it clear for many months now that she doesn't support, and I have great respect for her, that she does not support the Small Business Lending Fund. So we actually did what we're supposed to do. We had a debate for 12 hours on the floor, and everybody got to speak. She spoke, I spoke, everyone spoke, and you know what happened? The minority leader may remember. We got 60 votes, so like we won. So hold on. So I just want to ask, if that's not the process, I don't know what
I just say that there's now substantial opposition to the bill. There's I sense a significant lack of enthusiasm